Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to some more
Oh, hiya, sailor.
Tormented Souls. Hello, Hidden. How's it
Hi,
going?
Hidden.
We've had a little hiatus, but we're back now. I guess it was only one stream, so not a massive hiatus. But it was like, what, 2 weeks since we played this?
Yes.
So I've forgotten everything, as usual.
Oh, that's your mouse. Wait, is that your mouse?
Where?
That thing?
Yeah. It doesn't show on the stream, though.
What is it?
It's a hand. A little hand with a finger.
Oh.
You can see it better
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
When it's small, you really can't see what it is.
It shows it big on the controller from doing it with the controller, but if I do it with the mouse, it disappears on the stream.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I'm having one of those
Anyways.
weeks where it's a struggle to get anything done. Oh, it's so frustrating when those happen.
I know how that is.
I had that at work like a few weeks ago. I don't know. It was just like just couldn't get through my work. It was so frustrating because I'm usually like, I'll plan a couple things, get those done, and then do extra. Like I usually under promise, over deliver, and then to have a week where I just kept feeling like I couldn't do my list was like, it's the worst for me.
Yeah,
Like, and Jacob knows, like I have a to-do list every day.
you
I hate
do.
not getting through my list.
You have a very thorough to-do list for all activities in your life.
Not all activities.
That's basically it's like eat breakfast.
It does not
do
have.
this thing,
It does not have
eat lunch,
eat
or
breakfast
it's like
or eat
have
lunch.
these things for breakfast. Have these things.
Planning
for
my
lunch.
meals. Yes, okay, I do plan my meals, but like it's separate from my to-do list. My list is getting longer every day. Well, this is the thing. Oh, now I'm gonna sound like a psycho, but I have like my diary and it's like Monday, and I've got like my plan for the day with like my my list. But then on my phone, I have basically the backlog of other things I want to do, so that when I plan the next week, I can go to that. That's like the priority of my to-do list, let alone, like any art plan, like long-term plans or whatever, which are longer lists. Yeah, got varying. Basically do agile, but like a one-person agile. Anyway, my list is getting longer every day. I do have eat meals on mine. I use 3 different apps for my to-dos. Yeah.
I have 0 lists. I have a list for work. I use lists for work, but I don't use lists for anything else, really.
Yeah, but to be fair, I kind of plan all of our social engagements.
Just because I'm not a social person.
But like, you don't need, if you had to keep track of them at all, you would probably write them down or have a list or something.
I don't know. Maybe.
You'd just not turn up.
I'd forget and not turn up, yeah. That's probably about right. The only, things I have that are, scheduled are, appointments that they give me reminders for the day before, so that's how I remember.
See, because I have perhaps a calendar. Yeah, see, because I also have my calendar as well as my list.
I don't really even use a
diary.
calendar at work. We have a calendar for jobs and stuff, but I don't really use it.
See, we have a ton of meetings, especially like online meetings, so you have to use the calendar. But because I have my calendar, I know I'm seeing Hidden in about a month. We're going to go hang out, and I know that we're going to see some other friends in the week after that, or is it the same week? No, it's the same week we're seeing Hidden. We're going to also see our other friends.
Hidden will not be hidden that day.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
Going to have my niece over next weekend.
Yeah.
It's all on my calendar. My calendar that isn't in front of me, so I can't really actually claim that I know that because of my calendar. I know that because it's in my head.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was happening in the game? Don't know.
I don't know. We found a dude walking around a corpse carrying a chandelier, and he was in a radioactive suit, and then the father dude, priest man, was being weird, and I don't know. I don't remember anything else.
We found out
were
more
trying to
about the twins.
Well, I don't know if we found out more, but we were worried about them being operated on, and we were trying to find them.
Yeah, which seemed weird because that's right. Because basically read this thing that said they're about to be operated on or something, And she was like, we've got to find them. And I was like, wait, what? I thought this was like a note from 20 years ago. Like, why would you think this is... There was nothing to say it was happening right now.
Well, I think
if I'm remembering correctly.
I think the father, the priest dude, said something about something going on with them.
But I thought he was talking like it was... Oh, you can move the camera? Oh, so you like zoomed in so you can...
Yeah.
Cool.
It says like, you can do 400% zoom. Deja. Also has different field of views. See, all these settings were disabled because you had that stupid auto rotate, which I've now turned off.
This is way better. More control.
Yeah. Just focus in on Deja. Load these controls are like backwards because it's rotated.
Also, is your drink, is that Coke?
It contains Coke.
Oh, has it also got alcohol or something?
It contains other things.
No.
Why?
I wanted a sip of Coke.
You can have a sip.
Well, I don't know what's in it now.
It's got cyanide.
What's actually in it?
You'll be able to tell.
No, I won't. But
What do you
can
mean?
just
Yes,
tell?
you will.
Can you just tell me?
Just drink it. Drink it.
I wanted
It's
a
got
sip
alcohol.
of Coke. It's not going to be as nice.
Will be nice.
I'm not good with knowing what types of alcohol are which. I mean, yeah, that is nice. It's just not the same refreshing as like a sip of Coke.
Coke's not refreshing. It's literally
It is when
dehydrates you.
It is refreshing when
It's
you
the opposite.
basically never drink fizzy drinks.
And hello, Born. How's it going? Friends of well-groomed cat.
Hi, Born.
Deja has a very well-groomed like coat. Whenever she
Yes.
goes to the vet, they always go like, "Oh my god, such a beautiful coat, such beautiful teeth."
Yeah, I think she never goes out really in
doesn't
the
go
rain.
outside, so-
Like she goes outside a little bit, but like today she went out and then she came in and I was like, oh my gosh, she went out. It was raining. Like, what were you doing? But then she wasn't wet, so I was like, did she just go sit on the doorstep and not go out in the rain?
Probably.
And then she came in. It came in the cat door, which goes into the kitchen, which has like lino. But before she like stepped into the living room where it's carpet, she spent ages cleaning her feet, her paws. It was like she didn't want to get her dirty shoes on the carpet,
Good girl, Deja. Good girl.
And then she eventually walked into the carpet and then continued cleaning. So yeah, I think she might be a bit of a clean freak.
Yeah, she is a bit.
Maybe that's why she pees in the bath, so that she doesn't have to leave the pee
No,
in the
she
litter.
pees in the litter too.
Yeah.
She just decides one's better than the other sometimes. If she wouldn't be a she, we could stack ours and yours together. Oh, wait. She's talking about mating our cats.
I think so.
Monochrome cat. Wait, you got a white kitten? A white cat?
Yeah, also our cats are fixed.
Cats are fixed, so you'll have some problems there. It
Cool, complete
might
white.
be hard. That's cool. White cats are pretty cool. Seymour had, at our old place, Seymour had a white. Was it a, no, he chased it.
No, he hated the white
He
cat.
hated the white cat, but he liked,
There's a black,
black
and
and
white
white
cat that he
cat.
was friends with.
yeah. But yeah, there was a white cat that used to come to our house when Seymour wasn't
Yeah,
home
that cat was quite
and
sweet.
hang out, and then Seymour would come home and then Seymour would chase it away. But it would come back still. Yeah, anyways, game. That's what we were doing. We were playing a game. We were in this room, which I don't recognize.
Yeah, I don't really recognize.
Cool Man.
I remember you going on about Cool Man.
We saved.
Yeah, I think we basically just came in here and saved. I think it's just a save room.
Yeah. What were we doing beforehand? How do I get to my map? What's the map button? That one? That one? Why is there this little extra... Oh, you can't see it on the stream. There's like a double cursor.
Do you need to just move your mouse so it goes off screen?
Get out of here. So we're in
That
room
worked, by the way, because you can't see it.
2E. We were trying to go to the west wing, which is where we are, which is where the hospital stuff is. But I don't remember much more than that. So, yeah. Not the most comprehensive playthrough.
Yeah, to be honest,
no idea what's going
I don't
on.
know if it's necessary.
West Wing Corridor. Oh, I need to turn the timer. The timer.
I just realised
Once
you've got
upon a
2 different
timer.
things of lollies and 2 different things of chocolate on your desk.
Yeah, I kind of forgot I had those worms until the other day. And I was like, oh yeah, it's
Lolly
these
worms. Lolly sour worms, not just random worms.
Could be real worms.
So you got worms, and then there's the other gummy lollies, and then you got a bit of 2 different things of chocolate.
I realised that lolly that we got on the Air New Zealand flight, I put it in here, and there's another Air New Zealand lolly in there. And I was trying to think of when we would have last flown. It's probably been in there for like 3 years or something.
No, we've flown more recently than that.
Have we?
Yes.
I don't know.
Pretty sure, yeah.
It's probably been about 3.
I don't think so. I still have snacks from Christmas. Yeah, I brought some candy canes to work like a few weeks ago because we didn't eat them at Christmas. I mainly bought the candy canes to be able to hang them in our tree, thinking that my niece would take one, and then forgot when she was over.
We got those like crazy sour ones though.
Yeah, I actually kind of liked them, but
Yeah.
I can't eat all of them because I try not to eat.
You seem to have
lollies.
no reaction to it, and then
They were sour.
I thought they were very sour.
They were very sour. I like sour. And yeah, we've had like Halloween and Christmas ones before where the next year comes around and you're like, I'm just going to check the best before on that.
Wow. Main hall.
I think we've got 2 packs of lollies from my auntie because she gave us like 3 packs of lollies for she was like, oh, for your road trip. Because we were driving from like one city to another and we'd met up with her before we were driving. And it was very sweet and very nice, but I was also like, we're not going to eat 3 bags of lollies on this drive. And to be honest, I wouldn't have finished the whole 1 bag we opened. No, 2 bags we opened. But it just kind of like made an effort to eat the lollies, which was kind of a nice treat. That was nice. But I am thinking the other 2, the 2 remaining ones, if you don't eat them, you might use them for Halloween.
Yeah.
I had some so-called sour candy canes that weren't even slightly sour. The ones I got were from Woolworths, and they were actually strawberry sour candy canes, and I hate fruit candy canes. Fruit candy canes, I think, are gross.
They were that brand. They were that brand. What is it?
Warheads? Yeah, they were Warhead brand strawberry sour. So they didn't really taste like fruity, like whatever. They're just sour candy canes. They were good.
Yeah.
I like spearmint candy canes, but there weren't any for some reason.
They're out of fashion. Nobody wants. I don't know. I don't remember where we went or where we're trying to go. So this might be a little bit of a struggle to start.
Do you check our documents? What was the last one we picked up?
We can, but I don't know if they really help that much.
We'll just give us a reminder story-wise of what the last thing we picked up.
Clipboard. Just newspapers. Maintenance about the elevator. Fuses. The young child's diary.
Oh yeah, the children have been taken, and so yeah, we're not sure if the children in those stories were the twins. I don't know if that's confirmed, but it seems like it probably is. They're older now, I think, but the twins, we think. So there's I think William might be his name, the guy who owned and ran this hospital. His wife got pregnant. Wife presumably had twins, and then the wife woke up and was trying to like save her twins, and her father-in-law, so William's dad, I think, saved her while her own dad was going to operate or do something or do a ritual or something on the twins. Possibly. I'm not saying I got that completely right because it's just from memory from 2 weeks ago. But there was something along those lines going on.
We came through here.
This is cool looking.
remember this. Who is doing this? Who's doing the lying? Oh, okay. Oh wait, we want that on.
A lot of intros.
We came in here. Burnt body. The annoying, this map is actually kind of shit because whenever you open it, it puts you not on the right floor to begin with. You have to search through here to find the floor you're actually on. And then it doesn't give you a cursor on where you're facing in a room, so it's like, which door am I about to go through? I mean, this one's a little bit more obvious, but...
I don't mind it not having a cursor which way you're facing, because if you're reading a real map, you don't have that.
I guess. Disinfectant room. I feel like we're supposed to have a key. We've got acid. We've got a steth. Oh, we've already used that. I quite
like when games have a little thing that just reminds you of your current objective. Because
yeah, I don't remember.
Can't be expected to remember.
He said to go to the west wing, which is where we are.
And then so are we looking for a fuse?
No, we've done the fuse thing.
I thought it might be a second fuse thing.
Well, there was 2 fuse things. We've done both of those.
Okay.
Can
we just look at those posters?
These?
Yeah. That's not the twins, is it? One of them said something about child abuse. Are you a half of a pair of twins? Need money.
Need money?
Okay.
Sell your other twin.
What was the other poster?
Money.
1 out of 7 children are abused. How many do you know? Don't let this happen again. Okay, these seem very poignant posters.
Seymour, don't do that.
Seymour,
cut it out.
Come here.
Oh man, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. I'm so confused. Where are we? Room 2E.
I'd look up a walkthrough, but my phone is charging at a different room.
P office. What is that? Postal office? What does P office stand for?
Methamphetamine.
Yeah. This is where they do all the P.
Seymour,
man.
Seymour, get your butt off the desk.
Nothing unusual.
He's just putting his front paws
floor.
on me to get pats, keeping his butt on the desk.
Dressing room we went through. Gone through those rooms. Pretty sure we need to get through this door over here. But it's locked. It says... Handle won't budge. There are symbols above the keyhole. This looks like a button to me, not a keyhole. There's I equals 1. Seymour, don't do that. Stay over there, but... You're a nuisance. Use some acid on this. Crowbar. Yeah, so we need a key. We need some kind of key.
I really like the design of this place, like the ornate, if you think about it, there's a lot of details, like the doorways, the windows, the wall, the stair, rail, everything is a design, It's pretty cool.
I guess so.
What are those posters say?
We haven't got time to read all the posters.
What are we rushing to?
To make progress. We've made no progress.
Okay, they're less interesting.
Wash your hands. Immediately. Okay, we'll go back this way. Where's father? I need your guidance.
See, what
Was there something to do
trying
with this? No. Pour acid on... Oh, we can't actually do that. Never mind. Just pour acid on everything.
Look at how Seymour is set right now.
What are you doing, sir? trapdoor. We had this, which we don't have a tape for. You might need to break out the walkthrough.
Yeah, my phone's charging in a different room.
Oh, so we can do it on here.
Or you can give me your phone.
That is true. We're here now. This one, wait, we can't go through this, right? Yeah, we need like a floppy disk. It's locked with a floppy disk. This guy's just jittering. Apparently not dead.
It's gonna hurt you at some point.
Seymour, just stay there, bud. You don't need to come over here.
He probably doesn't want to even get on your lap. He just wants to sit in my lap while bugging you for pets. Because he's weird like that. Oh, no. Now that I've said that, he's trying to get into your lap.
Don't do it, Sarah. Don't do it. There's a door here. This needs a battery. Okay. Don't chop me, please. This door goes to dining room? Main hall, dining room. Is father still eating soup? Wasn't he eating soup in here?
Yeah, and there was a bolt in it or something.
Oh, look, I didn't even finish it. What a waste.
Well, there was a bolt in it.
Didn't seem to faze him too much. Kept eating it. He left the heater on too. What the fuck?
Oh
Holy shit.
my god. That actually gave me a fright. Seymour's butt actually, that was actually not me, like, hitting it because of Seymour. It was actually Seymour's butt. Just press the button to move your desk.
Bloody Seymour. Smashed thing. Vase.
Stop calling it a vase.
Why?
Because it's a vase.
It's a vase. Why is it not a vase?
Because you're in New Zealand. Oh, actually, I think New Zealanders are probably 50-50 on whether they say vase or vase.
We're in Canada right now, actually. That's maybe how they say it in Canada. Who knows?
We're not Canadian.
Only the Canadians know. So, where the fuck am I? No stairs here. That... okay, that's that door. That's broken. The vase? No. Downstairs. The chapel. Another locked door. This one's got Tetris. Broken Jesus. This didn't do anything. Seems important, but...
I feel like, did we get a note or something?
no. Got nothing.
We must be missing something.
Yeah, we need a key.
I mean, something about that statue.
We can't interact with it, so... another area for a battery here.
We need a key and 1,000,000 batteries.
Well, I think this is the same battery. Because this says battery charger.
Oh, so we're probably going to find a dead battery and then charge it and then use it.
I would say so. Excuse me? Oh shit. Oh wait, you stuck to the wall? No.
Nope.
Stop that. We've got a computer.
Might be a floppy disk in it.
I'm gonna die in the dark here. How do we dodge? That's a reload button, don't... Oh god. What? Why can't I shoot? This is what happens when you don't play a game for a week. It says it's equipped. 10 rounds. Why can't I shoot? Oh. Oh god. There's a dodge button, I've forgotten what it is.
We've been in this room before, right? No. No, we haven't.
We passed through this room, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god.
If you get 2 hurt, we have done literally nothing, so you could reload.
Yeah, that's true.
Danger.
Get him! Alright, what do we got? Computer. Insert disk. So we still need a disk. This doesn't help us.
Oh, that's vaguely familiar.
Okay. Okay. Where's our lighter? Stairs. Oh. Kitchen. Trash. We've been in here, I remember this. Apples. Fridge. We could put something in here. Some acid, perhaps. No, doesn't fit. How big is the bottle? Jesus. Seymour, just stay over there. The hell? What's going on?
Okay, he seems to like this.
Uh-oh. I feel like I've been everywhere. So we came through. Should probably just watched our last stream before we streamed again, so I knew what the hell I was doing.
Don't know if it would have helped.
Well, I think it would have, because we would have known what we had done, where we were going to go next. Currently, we know nothing.
Do you want to just reload and then look up a walkthrough?
Yeah, I guess we haven't done anything. So we get stabbed a whole bunch. Alright. We'll look up a walkthrough.
Do you want me to do it on your phone? Or?
Oh, I'll do it on here, because you can bring it up. What is this called? Tormented Souls. Da-da-da!
Bernie. Oh.
Seymour.
Oh, you just made our cat launch towards the screen at you.
How's it going?
Reason.
Welcome.
This game
Seymour,
gives me the vibe of Resident Evil 1 HD. Yeah, so the reason we're playing it is because I was listening to a podcast where they said that this game was heavily inspired by Resident Evil and Silent Hill. So they kind of were going for, I think that, yeah, Resident Evil aesthetic was the main aesthetic.
I mean, yeah, looks like it's heavily based on Resident Evil aesthetic in the mansion. Alright, we're stuck. We haven't streamed this for like 2 weeks, and I can't remember what we were doing, so.
Which, to be fair, we also don't remember, even when it hasn't been 2 weeks.
Sewing room has a nail clip. We have the stethoscope, so we've been in this room. And a tape. Wait, that's a saving thing, right? 7-inch tape?
Yeah, sure. I think so.
But it has a nail clip. I don't think we had a nail clip. So we probably have to go to the sewing room?
Maybe, but also the nail clip doesn't solve any of our problems currently.
Well, no, but it's an item we're missing.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering if we got it and forgot.
Well, no, because it's not in our inventory.
Well, we might have used it.
I don't remember using it. Bolt. Oh, maybe we did use it here.
Wait,
Oh, wait, nail clip, I think, might be a clip of nails for your gun. Yeah, Hidden's onto it. Hidden knows what's going on.
Yeah, nice one, Hidden. Hi, Cyrus, the master angler. You know, it's a couple people, last time I was here, you might have streamed outside of that, but people were catching up.
Yeah, well, I think you're still far ahead. Let's have a look. Oh, you're not that far ahead, but you're still at the top, so that means
Squeaking squirrel!
That means you have been master angler for 3 months in a row. It's a pretty good guy. I need to reset this, actually. I'll do that later. Oh, I kind of need to do it now.
Resident Evil 1 is the only one in the series that I haven't finished, but one day I'll finish it.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. That's an interesting one not to have finished. Yeah. We've played
0 to 2? 3?
No, to 4.
4. We've played 4. Wow.
0 to 4, I'm pretty sure.
I thought 4 was what we were up to.
No. Maybe. 0 to 3 at least.
Yeah, we've played 0 to 3. I think, you've outside of the stream, have you played the others?
Nope.
Oh. I've seen a playthrough of 7, and I'm looking forward to when we get to that, because I like that one. And I haven't seen a playthrough of 8, but I'm very excited about that.
Visitor!
Squeaking Squirrel, I was just saying you were catching up as Master Angler. I think the last one I saw was 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did 1 to 3, and then with 4, you weren't
Cyrus
sure...
is already onto it.
That you weren't sure whether to wait for the remaster, remake, whatever.
There's a remake of 4, which we have. So that's the next one we're going to play, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But there's no remake of 5 yet, but 5's kind of a weird one, because I think it was online. It was originally online. Right. So I don't know what they're doing with that. I haven't actually looked into it to see if there's any news on them redoing that one or not, but...
4 is where it starts to jump the shark. 5 is where the shark gets a jetpack.
Yes. Is 5 the boulder punching, or is that 4?
I have very little context.
I think it's 4,
I have no
right?
idea what's in the games.
Okay, where's something we haven't done? We've done this. I think we've done that. Shotgun.
This is why I usually look at the walkthroughs, then you don't get spoilers.
Yeah, I know, but...
5 is the boulder punching, which is also possibly not the weirdest thing that happens in that game. It sounds like Pokemon.
It does. Sounds like a Pokemon move.
Because in the game you have to like punch boulders to be able to get through. Well, they didn't say they punch them, I suppose. Hey Pix, have you seen the game Dreams in the Witch House? I wonder if you want to play that for your Wednesday spooky game. Dreams in the Witch House is an H.P. Lovecraft story, I think.
Is it?
I think I have it.
Yeah, look, we're on the internet right now, so we can look it up.
Yeah, this stream has been very unsuccessful in terms of playing the game so far.
Why can't I look stuff up? Where's the search button, Steam? What is going? Thank you. Dreams in not on in the witch house. There's a point and click.
Ah! Nailed it.
It's giving me Hobbs Barrow vibes a little bit. Could be interesting. Doesn't look like it has voice acting, which isn't like I don't really care about that. But the voice acting in Hobbs Barrow was really good and like really added to it. Is this out or is this like? Okay, it's out. Why has this got a weird? Oh, it's telling me the lost. The fuck, I didn't even know I had this plugin. Okay. $6 it's been at, it's lost.
I know Lovecraft is problematic, but I do remember it was when I read the short story collection that I have, it was very like it was just interesting and different in that it gave me a feeling that like I don't necessarily get that vibe from other things, which is weird considering there's so much like Lovecraftian like inspired, stories inspired by it.
Yeah, I mean,
but it was different. Like,
who wasn't problematic in those times?
Well, I think he's very. I don't know a lot about him, but I think he was super racist.
I feel like racism was like just a accepted thing back then.
Yeah, I think he was extra racist.
Like extra racist for those times? That's
maybe. I don't know.
Racism.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but I did enjoy the stories that I read.
Okay,
and I would like to read them again, so I understand those references a bit better.
I don't think I've read any.
I think we were on a plane once, and I said, "Hey, read this short story," because it was about cats. You've read that
That's
one.
probably the only Lovecraft I've read. Alright, we know what to do now. I mean, we've never figured it out, so that's good.
Oh, did you say? I didn't see. What are we doing?
We need to go to the... Stupid map. Operating room.
Also, it's Thursday spooky game. Just
well, it's probably Wednesday.
Probably Wednesday for you.
Apart from us.
It's Thursday night for us.
We are from the future.
Oh, sorry, what did you say we were doing?
We're going to the operating room. Oh, this is the observation room. This is where his father, you're still here.
Hundreds of years ago, this island was inhabited by a tribe. One night, the moon could not be seen in the night sky, and the world was plunged into darkness. The shaman of the tribe danced around their dead, willing their bodies to rise and walk the earth once more.
That sounds terrifying.
He said he couldn't see that guy as well.
No, he could not.
I don't know if I believe him.
You're a liar. You're a liar, father. So this is a clue, apparently, which I did not realize. Which is how we solved the next bit, which I would have never figured out, so... what's your favourite Resident Evil game you've played? Heberini? I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I don't know what my favourite one is. I think one, maybe just because it's like the OG. Maybe my favourite. But 3, the remake of 3 was pretty enjoyable. I feel like a lot of those games I just get frustrated with, so... But 3 was not too bad from memory. Alright, so we have to turn this light off. And then we have to copy that dude's movements around the body, apparently.
I mean, I thought that it was gonna tie in somewhere, but I... Oh.
It's being revived!
Did not think... I wouldn't have thought of this, I don't think.
He's alive! Now what do we do?
Keep circling.
Keep going. We have to fight this guy? I don't even know how to do combat.
We just brought him to life. Why would he fight us? It's not fair.
He's pissed. Oh, he's gonna fuck us up.
He probably wants to die, because like, look what's been happening to him.
But can I turn my lighter off or I'm gonna die? Oh, we got the shotgun. This is shotgun. Shotgun's like incredibly powerful. Kabooyah! Get the crowbar quick. Oh. Oh God. He's not dead.
We're not dead.
Stay down, mate. It's for your own good.
Jeez. So this is a boss battle.
He's tough. Don't look at that. Just use it. Oh, he's... Okay, that works. We glitched him.
I was making my way through my copy of the Necronomicon. His stuff is interesting, and I can see why it had so much influence. But goodness, the man never chose a word without consulting a thesaurus. Hard to feel spooked when you have to Google every few sentences. I don't remember having that feeling. It'll be interesting to go back and read. I've got a short story collection that I think is actually called Dreams in the Witch House. I think that's the one they chose as the title for the collection. But I don't think it would have been published as that collection. So I've read some of the random short stories, but it doesn't include Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu.
I'm trying to think
One of our
if it has
friends
Necronomicon
called
in
it.
it. Yeah. We had no idea what it was talking about.
I was like, do you mean Cthulhu? I
Took
was
us a while to
thinking
figure
that in
that
my
out.
head. I'm like, surely you know that's not how you say it. I don't know how you'd possibly... I don't know. I feel like you would have heard... I feel like that's a word you hear pronounced before you read it, almost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
Anyways.
I actually... One of the things I really remembered enjoying, as much as I obviously like all the horror stuff, but it was the dream stuff with... I can't remember the character's name, but he ends up in like 2 or 3 stories. I want to say it's like Jonathan or something. Apparently it's like not autobiographical, but like semi-based on himself. But him going through sort of like the dream world, and I guess transcending in some ways, was quite interesting. But it's been a while since I've read it, and I do find I sometimes completely change my opinion when I reread or rewatch something, so it'd be very interesting to go back to that. I also remember, I think I preferred Poe, because I think you can probably tell from when I've spoken about influences or references that I've remembered more of Poe than Lovecraft.
Well, I mean, obviously I haven't read any Lovecraft, but I do like Poe.
I think the favourites are Resident
Not the
Evil
Teletubby.
Village, I'm from Romania, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Resident Evil 4 Classic, and Remake. So Village is 8, right? That's the one I was saying I haven't watched yet, but I'm very excited for, because that looked really cool.
Yeah, we played 7 off stream.
Oh, did you actually play it? Is that why I've seen the whole thing?
We played it, yeah. We played it.
I just said
long time ago.
I said I watched a playthrough of it. I didn't realise it was your playthrough.
Yes, it's me. So we will be playing that one eventually. But
yeah,
I haven't played 8.
I really liked
7 was
7.
good, actually, yeah. 7
As I
was
said, 8 looks really cool. For me, I prefer the modern one. Like 7, as someone who didn't play the games when they came out and doesn't have that like familiarity or reminiscing kind of like quality with it. 7 had a more like cohesive story, or like was more followable. Like I feel like modern games generally are a bit better at like having a story that you can actually follow.
I mean, part of that is also we were playing it once a week. We're playing like 2 hours once a week, which is not the best way to understand.
Yeah, so I understand. So. I'm obviously like causing problems there, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem with the older games, because I do follow the stories. It just at certain points I'm like, I just don't remember. Like once it's all done, I'm like, I don't remember who the characters were or what was going on. Whereas in 7, I can still vaguely like remember what went on, and that was years ago. Though it's Lovecraft, there is no way humans can pronounce it. Fair. I've read less Poe, but I remember more Poe, if that makes sense. So yeah, I guess like you've read
More
less, but it's
memorable.
made more memorable, made more of an impact. Potentially more followable. Maybe that's part of it.
That's
But
true.
yeah, I just find Poe kind of, even though like some of it's predictable now, it still gave me that sort of like sense of dread or like apprehension of like, oh, what's gonna happen?
The heebie-jeebies.
Even if it gave me the heebie-jeebies. Even if I knew, even if I could figure it out, it was still gave me that feeling, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I would like to read more.
Yeah, I kind of want to read... Oh, Jesus Christ. I kind of want to read some more. But
Yeah, I
also kind of just want to reread The King in Yellow, because I've been looking into some stuff about that. And I'm like, man, I feel like I missed a whole bunch of shit in that story.
Well,
those stories.
Actually, yeah, you played a video
Cut that shit.
about that as we're going to sleep, because I think
Yeah.
I don't know if you put it on like just before we're going to sleep. I remember waking up and hearing it and then listening as I went back to sleep. But I mean, The King in Yellow is pretty short, and
Stop it.
the collection of Poe short stories is pretty short, so you could definitely add both of those to your list.
Yeah, they're pretty short.
I really wanted you to read the Poe short story collection because it's got all of the stories that are in the TV show of The Fall of the House of
we
Usher.
don't. Sorry, say that again.
I really wanted you to read the Poe stories because it's got all of the stories from the TV show of the Fall of the House of Usher.
That's true.
And when I watched that show, because I knew all the stories, it was like so exciting to be like, oh, that reference, like, well, that's how they've done it in a modern way. Like, it was cool.
Okay, square is dodge. I keep trying to remember the combat controls while I'm in combat and dying, so not the best time to be doing that. Alright, we need to get to our ritual again now. Yeah, I do want to reread them.
Very readable, very easy to get through.
I kind of want to read the original, like, King in
Yellow.
Yellow, because the one we have is...
The four
it's-
stories that contain it.
Yeah, because I think there's 7 short stories in the original, but this is just a compilation of the 4 directly relating to the King in Yellow. But I feel like it would be more interesting to read, like, the whole collection, even though the other ones aren't related to the King
And they're
in
not
Yellow.
horror, they're meant to be like romance or something?
I'm not sure, actually.
I thought, okay, I haven't looked into it. I thought you'd told me they were romance, but they were at least not horror from what I remember.
Yeah, they're in the same universe, so it's...
Yeah, for that reason, just for context, I'd want to read them. You should at some point tell me what it is you've learnt from these videos.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be stuff that you picked up on, and I'm just being dumb, because I feel like there's lots of obvious stuff I miss in stories when I read them.
I don't remember enough of it, but when I woke up and heard some of that video, I do remember being like, oh, I think there was more in that very first story. I feel like I didn't get it all at the time.
Possibly. It was kind of more just, there was a whole bunch of connections between all 4 stories that I'd completely missed, like how they link to each other.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I remember much of a connection. But yeah, I'd have to read it again.
It's not dead. Oh, mate.
You'd
what am I
almost be
doing?
better to like let him get up and shoot him a couple times before trying to do the crowbar.
I knew he was close to death because we only did 3 shotgun. Used 3 hits with the shotgun last time.
Oh. I thought you were about to miss it.
Okay. Back to business.
I really want to read The Haunting of Hill House. I know that the TV show is just inspired from it and it's completely different, but like, it's one of those books that people keep saying it's got the best opening line and like, and it does seem big. I can't remember what it is right now, but I do remember reading it and being like, that is a good opening line. Yeah, and it's a classic that people talk about, so.
You've got another one on your list to read.
Contact.
Yes, I just finished reading that a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah,
Which is pretty good.
I'm currently reading Mansfield Park. by Jane Austen. So complete turnaround from everything else we're talking about. But I'm over halfway through, so after that I'll probably read Contact, and then I'll read Murder at Mansfield Park, which is a book that I got given years ago and haven't read, and that's the only reason I'm reading Mansfield Park right now, is because I want to get all the references.
Where am I trying to go? Perception.
I actually started enjoying it. So I don't really like Jane Austen, but well, so far it's only the second Jane Austen book I've read. But I really wasn't enjoying it, but I did start enjoying it, and just as I started thinking, oh, I'm starting to enjoy this, it started dragging again. I was like, just hurry up. Just everything takes too long. Contact is one of my favorites, even if some of this is what the fuck, why am I reading this?
Yeah, I really like the movie, and that's kind of, that was my most familiarity with it, with the story, was the movie. But yeah, the book's pretty cool, because it does differ. It does differ in like slight ways, but then also in quite drastic ways. There was like a moment that I read in the book, and I was like, I think I literally said out loud, like, what the fuck, when I read it, because I was like, this ain't in the movie. But yeah, I did really like it, actually. There were some bits that I prefer in the movie, though, like, that just make the story more, I think they just fit better as a narrative than what they had in the book.
I like the movie, but I'm not that attached to the movie, so I feel like I'll be able to enjoy the book without having that kind of hang up or anything. Yeah. But I haven't read a lot of sci-fi, but this sci-fi I have read is pretty sciencey sci-fi, and so I think it'll be really interesting to read that. From that perspective.
This is like, it's very sciencey, but it's very like grounded in reality as well. So it's, there's not like, I don't know, like there's not aliens. It's about aliens, but there's not directly that, and there's not like, I don't know, it's not like
the movie's a bit like
it's
that,
not
too.
like, it's not so much, it's not heavy on fictional sci-fi. It's more grounded in reality with sci-fi or science, which
I think a lot of sci-fi does that.
No, I feel like a lot of sci-fi, like, I don't know.
Well,
it's outside of the realms
proper good old school sci-fi.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is all the science in it is actual science that exists.
Yeah.
To a degree, in terms of like the basis of most of the science. Where I feel like other science is like, we've invented this new technology that does this or something, or we have like faster than light travel and all this other stuff, which doesn't exist. Where am I going?
I'm rereading my fave series from when I was like 10. It is not very good. What is the series? My fave series when I was 10, I was probably Harry Potter, and then I hated it for many years, and now I am ambivalent towards it, and I haven't read it as an adult. So
I reread Harry Potter last year.
And is it not very good?
It wasn't as good as I remembered it. It was still like an enjoyable read, but not as good as I remembered.
I couldn't finish it because I thought the books started getting so bad that I just couldn't even finish them.
Yeah.
I read 1 to 5 and hated 5 and thought it was I just thought it was poorly written. And then I started hearing like bits and pieces of stuff that happened. I was like, that's fucking dumb. Not to hate on, people liking Harry Potter. I think there's valid things that are interesting in it, but I think that quote that I can't tell you off the top of my head, but it's Ursula Le Guin, is that how you say her name? I'm not sure, but anyway, the quote that she has about Harry Potter I think perfectly sums up Harry Potter. Always a bit disappointing to revisit childhood series when they don't hold up on a later read. I think I'm never going to reread Eragon for similar reasons.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Eragon. Yeah, I had a couple that I'm not sure if they would have held up. But I had a mix of some kind of like young adult books, but I mostly read my dad's fantasy books, which were like adult ones. It's not adult as in dodgy, but adult as in not
romance.
Written for teenagers. And so they kind of do hold up because they're they're still like pretty good mostly. But I haven't reread a lot of them either. Replica, it was my first sci-fi. It's about a 12-year-old perfect clone.
Isn't there a series called Replica?
Is it based on the book series?
What's the one that you watched with the twins? All those like clones.
You talking about Battlestar Galactica?
No, the TV series with the literal lady that plays herself. like six times.
Orphan Black.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
That's not it.
There's some series called Replica.
Yeah, nice hidden. You probably had a delay.
Yes, Orphan Black.
But yes, it was Orphan Black. And Orphan Black Echoes, which I quite liked actually.
Shit, I might be in trouble. I need to put my lighter away, but I can't. How am I going to shoot you?
Orphan Black, great show. Yeah, so I didn't watch Orphan Black at the time, but Jacob and I started it like years ago.
Whoa.
Jacob kind of lost interest, and then years later, I actually, as in probably like, was it last year or the year before, I actually went and watched it and watched all of it. And yeah, it was good. I liked it, and I thought Orphan Black Echoes was pretty good as well.
Okay.
Whoa. That's exactly what made me want to reread it.
Don't stab me. Kill him. There's another one coming. We're in danger again? I just healed. Where is he?
A book series I loved as a kid that I really want to reread because I think it would be very interesting to me now is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, or Chronicles of Narnia, as I should call it, since that is its name. Yeah, because we had like a movie of it, which not the movie, the more recent movie. It was like
the old school, the one that was on VHS.
No, so we had an animated movie of it, and then we also had, I think that's a TV miniseries
Prince
of
Caspian. Did you have that? I had that.
Can't remember
on VHS.
if we had that on VHS, but it's. I'm like, it's super religious, and I'm super atheist now. So I'm kind of curious. Is it
religious?
Yeah.
I never got that vibe from it, but I haven't seen it in forever.
Yeah.
It's got a freaking lion that can fly through the sky. How is that?
People
religious?
have said that he just wrote the Bible, but for kids.
What? Well, who's Aslan then? Is he God? Is he really?
He creates the world in 7 days. I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
The lion is Jesus.
Lion is Jesus? He's got a pretty
I mean, to be honest,
flowing mane.
When I read it as a kid, when I read one of it might be the last or second to last one where it talks about the creation of the world, and I didn't really know much about the Bible.
Aslan created the world? Really?
And when I read all that stuff, even then I was like, this is the Bible. Like, it's actually quite in your face from what I've been told and from what I remember, but I haven't read it since I was a kid, so yeah.
Damn, Aslan is God. You heard it here first. Well, not really, because it's probably been known for a long time.
Jesus did not create the world in 7 days, it was God, just saying. Well, I said that Aslan was God, and Hidden has said the lion is Jesus. And a lot of religions...
They're the same person, aren't they?
Exactly, a lot of religions...
some religions.
...say Jesus and God are the same person.
It's just his alias.
Anyway, I think I read it as a late teen, so the religious stuff was very clear.
Yeah, I only saw it as a kid on VHS and just kind of watched it ironically because it was hilariously bad. The one that we watched.
It's a bit different when you...
The animatronic Aslan, that he like talks and he says a whole sentence and his mouth opens and closes like twice for that entire sentence.
When you read the entire series, especially, as I said, the last like couple books is much more obvious, but yeah. Oh yes, that one. I have found memories of the Chronicles of Narnia. My mum read it to us as kids. Oh, fond memories, I think that was, yeah. I was like, you found them.
Where were they?
My mum read it to us as kids, and yep, super religious. So religious, there are some religious groups that don't like it because it can be considered heresy.
It's like his Dark Materials.
No, it's the opposite of his Dark Materials. Because his Dark Materials is super anti-religious and Chronicles of Narnia is super pro-religious.
But they hate
So-
both books, though. It's
Well,
like, you can't be religious,
some
you
religious-
can't be anti-religion.
Some
You
religious...
just got to be in the middle.
It depends why. So that if you're saying it's heresy because it's like copying the Bible, or heresy because it's anti the Bible, that's two very different things, even if they're anti either way. And some religious people, I think, are pro Chronicles of Narnia because of it.
Pro
like,
Aslan.
Promoting religion. Kind of like with The Exorcist, there are some people who are like, oh my god, that's so evil, don't watch it. And then there are other people who are I'm pretty sure the Catholic Church had people that they
Murdered.
sent groups to go watch the movie because they said, see, this is what happens. This is bad. God saves us. Like, they were pro The Exorcist. Born, we're not getting into Trinitarian theology, please, no.
Maybe just religion in generals.
Also, I'm no expert on this, so, like, not equipped. Squeaking Squirrel probably is equipped, but has said no. That is the word. So.
That is the word of Squeaking Squirrel. Alright, we've got a diary. 2nd of January, 1970. Maria has lost another child. This is the third. I do not know how I find the strength not to falter, but I must be strong for both of us. Maria's condition worsens by the day. Her body may be damaged, but it is her mind that worries me most. She says not a word, and her eyes have stopped reacting when exposed to the light. She no longer recognizes me and startles when I try to draw close. Oftentimes, she is so disoriented that she screams and breaks everything in her path. I can stop her only with an injection. I know that Maria, my Maria, is somewhere inside that damaged body. 4th of January 1970. She worsens. Today I witnessed an awful sight as I entered her room. She stood in a pool of blood, lashing her own back with a whip. I grabbed her by the wrists, but she fought back while screaming at the top of her lungs.
It's a very religious thing to do.
I called in a paramedic to help me sedate her and put stitches across her entire back. How could she do this to herself? What goes on inside her head? At least tonight, she will sleep soundly.
I feel like in the 70s, people would recognize self-flagellation.
Maybe.
The religion is or was big enough and prominent enough. Anyway, this is a year later.
5th of January 1971. By God, what have I done? Maria, will you ever forgive me? By Aslan.
Can we look at the kid's diary or the one that where Maria talks about her dad and whatever it is? I just want to know what date it is. Does it say a date anyway? 1980. Okay,
I don't know
so
if this is the right diary though.
Keep going.
It was our grandfather.
Yes. Okay, so this is 10 years later. So we don't actually know if these kids were Maria's kids. That was sort of an assumption. But
Yeah.
could be, but it might not be.
Oh, I kind of want to go back down here and look around, but might be tricky. Where is this guy? Near there. Can you come up the stairs?
Probably.
Come up here, there's a light up here, I can... No. Nope. Nope. Okay, never mind. Hopefully there's nothing important down there. Because we're probably not going to be able to get it.
Maybe there were more candles we meant to light.
Well, there is a candle down there I lit, but then the narrow walkway means I can't get back there.
Right.
Because he's in the way. We might be able to circle around though, if we're lucky. We shall see. Suit. A bed with a giant cross.
The cross is almost as big as the one he was wearing.
Yeah. A toilet.
It's a Romanian game, Grey Dawn. It's a puzzle, a religious game,
fuck?
somewhat horror, but very original. I'd be curious to see what you think about it if you play it.
Grey Dawn.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Religious
intriguing.
game.
I quite like religious imagery and religious horror.
About this one. Oh shit! I didn't know that was gonna happen. What an awful place to die. I'm not even gonna comment on the cross that just inverted itself. In front of your eyes. A bed just disappeared down this hole too. It's kind of weird. Right.
Also, a Romanian
Wait, I'm going
game.
back.
Also, like I think I can't say I know a lot about Romanian culture, but those kind of cultures are quite like interesting and cool from my perspective. I think a Romanian religious, somewhat horror original game. Though I'm not great with puzzle games, so that will be where, for me personally, it might end up being a downfall. But if it's if we like it, or if you like it, you might continue playing it because you like puzzle games.
I do. I don't really like... I guess I play them on stream sometimes, but it's kind of like the only downside to playing a puzzle game on stream is people come in and they're like,
Tell
you
the
need to do
answer.
this, and it's
Yeah.
like, stop. I'm trying to work this out for myself. There's literally a no spoilers tag on this stream, but people don't read, so...
I'm just going to say Barini, but let me know if that's not how I should read this, because we usually, shorten people's names. So on Thursday, well, it's Thursday nights here in New Zealand, we do this horror stream together, but the rest of the time, Jacob does, like, retro games.
I do retro games.
And sometimes puzzle games and stuff.
Do janky, weird games. It's my specialty.
I'm not religious, but the game is weird. I like weird, and I'm also not religious. I'm down with this.
Didn't like Deadly Premonition weird, though.
No,
I checked out from that.
I did.
Still going. I got the sequel, Deadly Premonition 2, for sale, 95% off for $2.50. So that's now on our list to play.
I just was having that experience of like feeling like I want to crawl out of my own skin. Like I just was like tense and cringing. Like I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
It's so good. Yes.
It's like I could remember when I think my sister and my brother-in-law were over and we started watching. Was it called? No, it's not called The Birds. That's the actual game. What's it called? Birdemic.
It's a classic.
And I couldn't. I had to leave. You guys finished it without me. I was like,
So good.
I can't do so
That one
badly
is
good.
I'll say out of a lot of the good bad movies, that one is a little bit of a struggle because it's so slow and nothing happens. Whereas other movies, shit happens throughout the movie. But that one, there's just so many scenes of them just driving or walking and doing nothing, and it's like it's like a little bit of a slog. Wait, what the fuck? What am I looking at here?
Cyrus wants to tell you that Suda51 made a new game that's coming out soon.
Suda51 is who's that? Did they do Deadly Premonition? I'm not familiar with that name. Oh. No, it's not ringing a bell. Why is there a weird hallway here that I can't get down? Oh, I see. Same guy, okay. Interesting. We'll see. As I said, I've got the sequel, which a lot of people say is awful, but then a lot of people also said the first game was awful in terms of like...
And they were right.
Well, not so much in terms of the story or the game itself, but more like the technical issues. So I'm not sure what the sequel will be like, but we have it. What did we just do?
So were we meant to do
stuff.
something when that cross inverted?
We got a metal dial.
Oh, okay. I've been reading the chat. I don't know how much attention I've really been paying to the game.
Well, we're in the base. We're in the Besant West.
Yep.
Where have we been? Did we go to the morgue? I don't think we did. Boiler room is where we came in from, I think. There's 2 doors down here somewhere. This is where we came in from. Pretty sure. Yeah, boiler room. I'm hoping there's nothing down there we need, because it's going to be a pain. So, there's apparently 2 doors in here.
Gosh, and we still haven't found like a battery or a floppy disk.
No. No, we have not. This is locked though, so don't think we can do a lot here. Where did that bed go? Can we go down there? No. Wait.
What bed?
The bed that sunk into the ground. Right here. Maybe you missed it.
Maybe.
Wait, I'm confused. I feel like I went to a whole other area down here. Now... I can't go there? What? Oh, here. Okay, where... This is the thing, is I don't know where I am in this room, and it's like very maze-like.
Hmm.
So I think we're in the top, heading towards the top left area. Came through there.
Deja, what are you doing?
Deja, where are you? This area. This guy. What is he up to? We got like a dial from there. Toilets.
Is the cat door shut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
Well, Seymour's I think asleep under here, so it's fine.
Oh, come on, you gotta dodge. No point now. You did? Oh, he's not dead. Oh, he fucking tricked me.
I thought this is what you were doing, because I don't think he was dead.
He wasn't moving. He tricked me. Now we're in danger. I literally just picked up a healing item and now I've got to use it. I feel like it's the trend for this game.
Deja's like exploring the bottom of the cat tree like it's all new.
It's not.
Not at all.
It's not weird for her. Here, another one. Is that whiskey? Ah. Medical report of a hospital patient.
Oh, maybe it's not Seymour's. No, he is down there.
Winter Lake Hospital, 6th of the 6th, 1916. Dr. Rick Pelletier. Of her 2 twin babies, Miriam Morissette, in the process of delivery, gives birth to her first baby, Noah. But unfortunately, the other twin, Methuselah, do you know how to say that word? That name? Passed away as soon as the umbilical cord was cut. At the moment, the causes of his untimely death are unknown. We hope the autopsy will give us some answers.
That just reminded me, so we saw at the beginning of this hospital there was something to do with twins throughout the whole hospital.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's something weird going on with twins.
This is a hospital for twins only. Where are you?
Yeah, I just remembered the twin girls and the twins that we read about, which we're assuming are the same, but we don't actually know. And we don't know if they're Maria's, but obviously those twins are not hers that we just read about.
Oh shit, he's here already. We dodged successfully. Okay, this time. Stay down! We killed 20 enemies, according to the achievement. Right. Let us continue. Is that a book? Yes. No. Nails. There's a lot of nails in this hospital. Okay, we have a door. Oh, I guess we can't walk in there because we'll die. It's too dangerous to step into this water. Gotta turn the power off somehow. Door unlocked. Where are we? Oh, we're down the bottom. Okay. Okay.
Are those all candles you can light? No.
Interesting. How many tapes do we got? We got 2 tapes. Maybe I should use one. Studio. So if we go here. And we go here. I think this room? Main hall, chapel, kitchen. No, studio's back here. To the studio. See, this is very Resident Evil 2. It's like a... You got the save room music. Peaceful save room music. And you have a tape. Well, you have a typewriter, I guess, in Resident Evil. You have an expendable save system.
I don't know what just happened. There was a dead creature lying on an operating table. It had blades for hands.
You've seen like 50 of those already?
After circling the body 3 times, it rose and tried to kill me. I found an old scalpel. The priest told me it would have been used in the basement morgue. I should find some leads about the girls there.
See, this is helpful, but it only plays this when you save. So
Yeah,
it's like,
that's really irritating.
you need this when you load.
Yeah.
See, now Deadly Premonition, on the other hand, has a previously screen when you load a game. Oh,
Yeah, that's quite good.
But it never
legally
updates.
distinct save system.
yeah. It's a different recording media. It's totally different. Totally legit. Okay, back to the basement. Which we can get to from... this way. Can we use that thing on here? I don't think we can. No. Trying to think if I've seen anywhere that we need to use that.
What was it?
It's a metal dial. Small metal dial. There are symbols around the edge.
Yeah, we have seen those symbols.
Yeah, I don't know where it... Wait, this? What's this? No. Alright, what's this way? This is where we started, I think.
I think y'all would be having a better time playing Deadly Premonition than this.
I mean, I would, but
Not me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
don't worry. We'll be doing some more Deadly Premonition this weekend. That's the plan. All right, basement, boiler room. So we can go through this area now. More
Vetoed.
thoroughly. Vetoed.
Well, the thing with this stream is that we set it up as something to do together, so it has to be games that I'm into.
Yeah,
If I'm not into it, then this stream is pointless.
that is true.
So I do kind of get a bit of power
Oh, shit.
over what games we play. In saying that though, I don't choose most of the games because I'm I'm not sort of in the gaming world. I'm not super familiar with like.
I don't know if you've chosen any games.
I have chosen some. I chose this one.
Did you? Oh,
Well, I
it's too dark.
said
Get on the duck. Get on the duck.
I didn't necessarily say choose it as the next one, I suppose, but I added it to the list.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you've definitely put some on the list.
Yeah,
But usually when I say what are we playing next, you're like, I don't know.
No, I sometimes say I think we should do this and then Resident Evil to break them up, or something like that. But yeah, so Jacob chooses which ones we play.
I do.
And if you two aren't both giving commentary, it loses half the charm and interest factor. Aww.
It's true.
But I wouldn't have much to say, I think, about your retro games. Or maybe I would.
You would. You'd be able to complain about them.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the commentary people actually like from me. I think I just annoy everyone when I complain.
I don't know about that. Okay, we got a med kit, so that's something. I don't know if there's anything else we need to do down here. I think we need to get to the morgue.
But the area, weren't there other offshoots of that last area we were in before you saved?
No. There was only the area I hadn't gone to because that enemy was in the way, which I just did then. This way. This way. No, not this way. Not that way. Where was that gate? Okay, gate. Dead end. There's two ways here. Oh, that's where we went out. In the water. So we need to turn off the power or something somehow. Not sure how we do that. We did turn on the power somewhere.
So,
Do we need to turn it back off?
Was there more down here to look at?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is just the starting area.
Oh.
Well, not the starting area, but the area we've been in already.
If you kept going towards the screen, there wasn't anything.
No,
Or is
because
that just going back to somewhere we were?
yeah, we've already been down here. There's just like a control panel thing here. Which I don't think we can do anything with yet, because it looks like it needs three things. A disc, some other stuff.
Right.
It's just a dead end. This is just stairs back up to this area as well.
I don't know.
It's blocked! But we got a thing. But we don't know what we do with it. I'm just trying to work out if it's for something we've seen and then forgotten about.
We have, yeah, there's a ton of stuff that we like need to open, so yeah, it's very possible.
Where are we now? Service area, laundry, shower room, warehouse, there's a computer, studio. One from the other side. This is the save area. No, I don't remember where that goes, if we've even found it. Feels more like we need a key.
We need a battery, we need a floppy disk, we need a key, we need an answer to the puzzles.
Back upstairs.
Still got the walkthrough up?
Yeah, I was a bit hesitant to...
This is why I usually look.
Investigate the more boiler room. So that's what we got. Okay, so it was what I thought. Suspected. We do turn off the power that we've already turned on to get through that water.
Yeah, see, this is the type of thing where if you were playing it all at one go, it would have been more readily in your mind that you'd turned that power on. And so it's a connection you're more likely to make. But because of me, these streams are only like 2 hours long.
Well, no, it's still going to be a week between them, so it doesn't help.
Yeah, but you usually would play for more than 2 hours, wouldn't you?
Sometimes not. Sometimes it's only 2 or 3 hours. It's more the week's delay that makes you forget stuff. Alright, the generator... No, not this way. Where am I going? Where are we? Wait, where the fuck are we?
Where the bloody hell are you?
We're here. We need to go east. No, we don't. We need to go... Where do we? Yeah, we need to get here. Wait. Oh, I don't think we've been in here yet. Waiting. So, waiting room, main hall. Aren't we in the main hall right now? Yeah, we're in the main hall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd think this would go east.
Well, I think it was showing a,
Oh, it does. I'm just... Sorry, it's this map. This fucking map. It doesn't change when you move to an area. So, like, I'll be on the right map. And then I'll close it. And then when you open it, it, like, goes to a different map for some reason. Even though it's not even the first map. Like, I want to be on the first map. So then I get confused and I'm like, why am I back here? But I'm not back here, I'm over here. Alright, so we want to go down here, I think. No, we want to go here. To the delivery room. Need to find the power again. Which I think would be, I think, some stairs around here. Go down. There we go. There's even a sign that says generator. How helpful. Did we go through these rooms?
No.
No, this one has a key. Needs a key too. Heart attack. Consult your doctor. That's good advice. Is this the generator? No. Oh, what's that? Whoa. Through radiology. Oh, is there people in here?
Sounds like it.
Okay. Oh, we got lights in here, so that's nice. No, don't do that. Take him down. Get the crowbar. Quick. Cut it out. Alright, so... Do not run, it says. It's too late for that. Please. Noise a noise. I don't know if I'm going the right way. More. This one's locked. That's what we need to get to. From the other side. Which is why we are turning off the generator. Which is here.
Don't think it's going to be very pleasant getting back there in the dark.
Well, these are candles, so... The generator seems to mainly be for, like, the door locks.
Electric doors, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Turn that shit off. Now we're gonna go back. This way. Okay. We're getting somewhere. All the way back. See, I did think that we had to do that, but I couldn't remember. I was thinking of the fuse boxes that we started, and I was like, the fuse boxes won't be what we need. So I kind of ruled that out, but I forgot there was a whole generator that we turned on.
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
Okay. Oh, it's all spooky now. So,
Now?
Because no lights.
Spookier.
Look at it.
Yeah, I know.
Can we light this? No. We're going to the morgue with no lights on. It's craziness. Squeaky Squirrel's casting a line.
Could overtake Cyrus.
Well, it's reset now. Cyrus has done one fish so far, I think. Or maybe two.
What do you mean it's reset now?
Because it's a new month. It resets each month.
Oh.
To see who's going to be the angler for the month. There's a limit now, though. It's 10 fishes per person per stream because it's getting a little crazy, all the fishing. Which I don't mind, but I would have preferred to do it like a time limit, like a cooldown per person, but you can't do that. You can only do a global cooldown, which is stupid. Squeaking Squirrel's going
Just gonna go
heavy
for
on the
15.
fishing. We're gonna have to call the what's it called? Maritime police. Is the way we want to go? Yes.
I didn't see anything that Squeaking Squirrel caught.
There's an Atlantic cod. I saw that.
Anything rare? Anything high scoring?
Sea urchin.
Uncommon.
Where are we? That way.
I think Squeaking Squirrel's redeemed 9. One more.
Just queuing them up. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. Golden red-eyed rudd. Yeah, where's that water? Where's that water? Go.
I think Squeaking Squirrel has like 12 there.
Oh, we can turn up.
Does that mean... Is it
Wait,
just
what?
not going to work?
Oh, no. Maybe it's 20. It was 10, and then I felt like, it's not enough. So I think I upped it, but I can't remember what I upped it to.
Having it without limits meant there was no reason to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like left the room and gone to bed, and Jacob was still up. Like
I'd also left the room, made a cup of tea, did some stuff, came back in, and it was like still going. I was like, ooh, this is a problem.
Well, just based on today, I think Squeaking Squirrels must be the June Master Angler so far.
So far.
But Cyrus still retains the title from last month, right? Until the end of this
Well,
month, and then you see who the new one is?
Yeah, well, Cyrus has it 3 months in a row.
That's Cyrus, like, better get one in.
It's a fish off. It's a fish off.
You know, it's past 8:30, which means, you know, we're in the last part of the stream, basically. Maybe 15. Maybe it's 15. Oh, can you not do any more?
Maybe, yeah. I knew it was around 15 or 20. Okay, so we turned off the dangerous electricity. This is kind of dumb though, because now it's like, oh, we can backtrack all the way back to the generator and turn it back on. Which seems kind of like padding. Although something might happen on the way. Yeah, I think it was 15. Deja, you can't be seen. It's a fish. It's a fishing going on. It's in the way. Deja's been blocked. Thong! Didn't you get a thong? I feel like you've had a thong before. You got two now.
We do not call them thongs in New Zealand.
Thong is something
Very
different. It is an item of clothing, but not on your feet. Not usually.
Squeaking Squirrel has contributed 6,000 total to the play, getting over it with Bennett Body Challenge.
Yay!
Feet
Getting
thong.
closer.
Ugh. I hate journals.
Where are we going? This way.
Still have 45k points.
That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
That's why I had to put a limit, because you can't be doing that much fishing.
Just there for a whole week until we play again.
Gonna destroy the ecosystem. Oh, no. See, this is just kind of dumb, because we just came here, walked all the way back, turn a switch off, and then we're gonna walk all the way back here.
I need someone to tell
Turn
me
this
to...
back on.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright.
I need someone to tell me to stop looking at the Switch 2 because there is no good reason to get it yet. I keep getting ads for that.
Yeah.
I still think the Steam Deck seems better. That's the reason to not get the Switch 2.
Yep. I have a Steam Deck. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like... I don't ever need to buy a console again in my life. I mean, obviously there'll be like a new version of the Steam Deck at some point. But like, all my games are pretty much on PC, so it's like, why would I buy a console, pay exorbitant prices for games, and have to pay a yearly subscription to even play them online, when I can just get way better discounts through Steam and like GOG, get free games through Epic Games Store, not pay to play online, be able to take it, you know, portably.
And you hook it up to the TV, and if you can play on there.
It's a console.
And we've also like watched TV shows. It's a computer, so we can like watch TV shows. It's a tiny screen, obviously, but
yeah. Exclusives are the only real reason. That's true.
Stop it! You don't need it. You could spend that money on craft materials. Bah, Switch 2 is just trying to get money from poor people.
I will say the cool thing I've seen with the Switch 2 is that it has like the joystick can be used as a mouse. That's pretty cool. Like if you had that for the Steam Deck or something, that would be really good, because you have like RTS games that are mouse heavy, and you can't really play those that easily on like the Steam Deck. But I wonder what games are on the Switch that you'd need a mouse for. I can't think of like, I mean, I don't own one, but the kind of games they usually tailor to, I can't think of any that would use a mouse, would need a mouse that that much.
Do not encourage me to buy craft stuff. I'm out of room. Yeah, Hidden does have a lot of craft stuff. But to be fair, you do make a lot of crochet things. I was looking at your Instagram and I was reminded of the gingerbread mushroom. That was a really cool one. I really like that.
Which one was that one?
I don't know if
Did
you've
I see
seen it. Because I was looking at the mushrooms for that game of shrooms, which I'm not going to be able to get to the area to try and find some with my niece, because I think that would be quite a long trip for her to potentially be bored and not find anything.
And not get it, yeah.
But I am thinking I might commission something from you at some point, but I haven't really been thinking about it fully right now.
Fugitive patient. Patient with the initials HBP has disappeared. He was at the hospital recovering from a self-inflicted gunshot on his stomach to avoid jail time. The event happened just after a fifth body was discovered on his property. The police are continuing to search for the fugitive in the immediate area around the hospital. This is the third case where a rape and murder suspect has managed to escape these facilities. Until now, the police have been unable to locate any suspects who escaped on previous occasions. Why have they released just their initials? It's kind of weird. Like, if it's escape from a hospital, they must have their full name. But why would they just publish their initials? That's kind of like...
I feel like, so sometimes...
You either name them or you don't.
Yeah, sometimes if they don't want to name them, it's usually like victims of stuff. They'll be like, and they're just known as K, but they'll then refer to that person throughout, and that's why they want to give them a name. Whereas in that, obviously we didn't, but you can assume it's like a shorter version of something. When it comes to finance, I am not the angel on the shoulder. The gingerbread mushroom is great. I have more patterns from that designer. I'd be curious what other ones you make, because I thought that gingerbread mushroom is really cool. And when we have proper storage for our Christmas stuff, and I can keep it safe from cats, I'd be interested in getting a gingerbread mushroom.
Can you keep it safe?
In a box.
In a box, I guess.
When it's not Christmas, and then at Christmas it has to be put somewhere where the cats can't get it. I think that's probably why I didn't get it at the time, is that I was like, I can't put this anywhere where the cats won't get it.
There's no
way. Yeah, actually, legitimately, I don't know where that could go. as a like, though that one was bigger, so it might be kind of safe. Well, when I say the cats, I mean just Deja.
No, he doesn't.
And actually, there are some like soft toys and stuff that Deja has taken, played with, but then left after that. So.
Do those feet just move? They did. It's just legs.
Creepy.
You can hear something. What is it?
Something's moving.
Don't attack me, you little bastard. Don't you do it. Oh, that's been pushed. Blood is seeping out of the door. I'm not going to open it. Oh. Holy shit. Cut it out.
That was creepy.
It was creepy. There you go.
Whoa.
Secret room. Candles. Probably means I'm about to be attacked. Yep.
Hidden, if you get into crocheting socks, which can you crochet socks? I don't know. But if you get into crocheting socks or jumpers, I'm sure you'll post on Instagram and I'll find out, but I want to know if you end up ever doing that.
Crochet anything.
You can, but knitted is better. Yeah, I figured knitting's probably better. So I can knit, but I can't really knit big things or proper things. But my mum's getting really into knitting.
Oh god.
So, and actually she has knit me a really cool Halloween beanie. Oh, Brini, I'm going to work. Have a nice evening. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
It was
for joining
nice
us.
to chat. And thanks for the recommendation. We'll look into that
Yes.
later.
Thank you for that. Don't you kill me, you bastard. Oh no. Oh my god.
I really want
Why
to
did
get
I
into
do-
knitting clothes. Yeah, there's lots of good patterns for like Halloween jumpers and Halloween socks, which would be really cool. And yeah, my mum made me this Halloween beanie, which is pretty cool.
Man, keep wasting all my healing stuff. Doing stupid stuff. It appears they passed away during a medical procedure. Sure does. How long has this place been abandoned? Definitely did. Can confirm. Am a doctor.
Bye!
See you later. Thank you for dropping in. Hope you enjoyed the not Resident Evil game. We have Resident Evil at home game.
Those bones look a little clean to have been abandoned.
Yeah,
They
it looks
did
like a
look pretty
plastic
clean.
skeleton.
I think they were trying to show that it'd been there a long time, but hadn't really thought about the fact that bones get picked clean when they're like out in the wild with lots of like bugs and stuff, you know?
What the fuck?
There probably wouldn't be. You'd probably have remnants of clothing and, well, maybe not clothing, I suppose, if you're on a medical table.
Hmm.
But you know, there'd probably be other bits.
Yeah. 9th of November 1981, I have located my father's secret laboratories. They were hidden behind the secret passage in the morgue. The experiments, 1982, the experiments are working. I was able to replicate Maria's condition by injecting her blood into a dying man from the hospital.
Before you keep going, I just want to say, so 70s was when she kind of, you know, zoned out, and it was 80s where he said, "What have I done?" So, but this seems to be, this is later, this is after the "What have I done?" So he seems to be trying to fix whatever happened.
I think so, yeah.
Just wanted to point that out.
I declared him dead on a medical report. No one will note his passing. He has begun to show the first symptoms. If everything goes as planned, I will be able to administer the first antidote before long.
So it seems like these bodies we're seeing is he's been trying to bring people back to life or back from a comatose sort of condition.
Something like that.
Because he wants his Maria back.
I ventured into the forest searching for something, anything, that could lead me to my little girls, but as usual I found nothing. At dawn I returned to the mansion and stood paralyzed in front of the door that was once theirs. I cannot find the strength inside of me to open it. I genuinely believe that if I open that door and do not see them inside, sleeping soundly, I will not be able to keep on living. June 1987. Test number 25 showed promising results, but only for a moment. After 5 minutes, the subject dissolved into a pool of blood. Nevertheless, I am not discouraged. After 5 years of experimentation, I consider this progress.
Yeah, so Maria had twin girls, and then I think there was something about them disappearing. But I don't think we know anything more about them. And again, we're assuming the later stories about twin girls are also them, but not confirmed.
I pushed a freaking random ass button on this thing and then a thing opened. I don't know if I just solved that puzzle
I think,
by a fluke.
yeah, I think it was just telling you, like, you need to look around to find the secret passage.
Well, no, because it has like this. And then like this had like 7 different buttons on it. And I just randomly pushed one.
Oh.
And then it opened, and now I can't interact with it anymore.
Yeah, I think you just did it.
Oh shit. That's where we came in from, I think.
And presumably this is where those girls were when the mother then saved them. So this is William's dad's place.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, no, no. Oh my god. Whoa! What the hell? No, you're supposed to be on the ground.
Was it on the ground?
I know. So I was saying it's supposed to be.
Well, that camera change, why?
Yeah, the camera changing with the 3D controls are not great. I'm also just going like, I pick up a healing item, and then I do something stupid, and then have to use it immediately. I'm not really getting much of a stockpile here, which is annoying. The door is locked with a rusty lock. Can we use...
key.
Finally use my acid on this? Can't.
Oh, okay.
This is invisible acid. It will take days to have an effect.
Oh.
The fuck? Okay, well, come back later, I guess. Come back in a week. Ah, VHS video, a VHS videotape. Experiment room. It's written on the label. Okay. So we can't come in, can't go in there yet. We can go watch a video, I guess. Did we find, I think we maybe found a video
There was
player?
like a projector VHS thing, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was VHS or not.
Yeah,
it
I
might
don't
have been.
I feel like it said something about a tape. I don't know if we thought it was a VHS, but...
Okay, we haven't actually gone in the morgue yet either, so...
Well, we're leading up to end time, so we'll probably, you know, I guess either go to the morgue or watch that video, and it'll probably be the last thing we do. Though, oh, we've got to find a save, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. We're like right next to the morgue at the moment. I'm just worried about dying.
Yeah. I feel like if there is a cheat for saving whenever you want, I feel like we should just use that.
I don't think there is. So the morgue is like... somewhere... No. Wait, where the hell am I now? Oh no, there we go.
The last thing we do, a little ominous way to say that.
Morgue. Morgue. So we haven't been in here yet? Or have we? No. Wait. No, this is where we just were. We just came in through a different door.
Just walk through?
Oh, it was here we hadn't been. Wait. Because this was locked. Where does that come out to? Meeting room. Oh, this has got the recording thing in it. It's very handy. And then a save point nearby.
Okay.
It's time for a movie. Play. Is it playing? Hello?
I think it is playing.
I don't see no movement. I'm confused.
Okay. That wasn't what I expected.
Oh, we have to walk next to it.
Oh.
We're gonna phase. Oh, we can phase through this one
Oh,
too.
that's right. We went through a mirror earlier. I keep forgetting there's supernatural elements. Well, there's been like one supernatural element, which is that we went through a mirror, and now this.
We're in the past, apparently. Oh, shit. Oh, no. This body was undergoing a medical procedure. Is this the skeleton? in a place like this? It's got no face. What happened to his face? Foul smell emanates from this body. The calendar, 1980. November 1980. Okay. Squishy stuff on the ground. Babies in a tank. Twins. Twin fetuses. Okay. Oh, this is the thing we couldn't read. Peonies, roses, or jasmine flowers? I could never remember. Though I still feel the butterflies in my stomach. Her cold skin under my caress. How she loved the poems I would whisper to her. The disappointment I felt when I had to let her go. Wasn't until much later that I was able to scream into the wind. See, those are clues for this. We've already done this, so in the future.
And this is more to it.
Yeah. Bertrand Wildberger's diary. 28th July 1967. The experiments keep failing. All the fetuses are misshapen. I have an idea that will allow us to obtain more test subjects and accelerate the process. But to do it, I will have to do something terrible, and innocent lives will be lost. I have faith that God will give us the necessary strength to complete our mission, no matter the cost. Our goal is sacred.
So Bertram's William's dad. I think Bertram was the one who saved the mother in that other story where she finds the kids.
It said the grandfather, but I don't know if it named them.
It mentions Bertram, I'm pretty sure. If we have a look at it.
Well, we've got another passage still. 2nd of January 1970. Once again, we have failed. The test subject lost her babies prematurely for the 3rd time. Apparently, the placenta rejects the fetuses after the 2nd month of gestation. Maria suspects nothing yet, but I am not sure how many more times we can implant her with fertilized eggs. Consecutive miscarriages have severely compromised her mental well-being.
So it seems like they were using her.
Maybe? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But he was trying to help her before. Or was that the other dude?
Well, her husband was trying to help her 10 years later.
What am I looking at? This one? Grandfather Noah is one of them.
So Noah took them.
Noah. There we go. Yeah, Bertram. Okay.
Our other grandfather, Bertram. Yeah. So Bertram seemed to help.
Bertram. Right. So we both to push something on that. What are the clues? So what do we got? We got brain, throat, heart, hand, stomach. Peonies, roses, or jasmine flowers. I could never remember. What would that one be? Not sure.
No idea. What happens when you look at the buttons?
Well, if you touch them, you push them.
Oh.
So I still feel the butterflies in my stomach. So that was obviously stomach. The cold skin under my caress. And
yeah.
How she loved the poems I would whisper to her. Throat. The disappointment I felt when I had to let her go. Heart.
Maybe.
It wasn't until much later that I was able to scream into the wind.
The other one might have been head, and that was throat.
Yeah, maybe. Well, stomach was first. And then caress.
Yeah.
And then poem.
I don't know. Yeah.
And then heart. No, I've done it wrong. Oh, wait. they stay in when you...
I don't know.
No. So that one seems like scent. Oh, remember. So that one's probably brain. Brain, stomach, hand, throat, heart. Brain, stomach, hand. Did I get that right? No?
Well, but I don't know if it even does anything here, if it just does something in the future.
But we can't use it in the future because it's broken now.
Well, we might be able to when we go back.
Yeah, but I don't know how we go back. We have to do something here before we can go back, I assume.
I don't know.
Go to help.
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
Are you talking to the body or me?
I'm talking to you. Oh, we can just click that apparently. Okay. Well, I guess we'll figure that out next time. Yeah, I'm confused because I only pushed one button and then it opened a passageway, so...
But maybe that was coincidence. It was just because you looked at something else that opened. And then you clicked that too.
No, because I mean, you focus on the thing and then I pushed a button and then it had a cutscene of it opening. So it was definitely from the statue. But, yeah, maybe we do have to go back to it. Now we save the game. Try not to die on the way. I don't trust these statues. God. Oh God!